Among all the different ways of walking, walking forward is the most natural one. We walk forward most of the time in our regular lives. In Tango, it's important to understand the natural process and mechanics of the walking step, so we can incorporate all that fluidity, freedom, and stability when we dance. In this video, we will study how the natural walking works and how we can transform that into tango by changing the form but not the natural way of moving. Welcome to the Anatomy of the Tango Step Walking Forward video. Since tango walks are based on the daily life walking, I found very useful to understand when, how, and why every part of that moving process works, and the organization within that process. So now I would like to share with you my own study on that subject, hoping that this will help you to have a more clear access to the very roots of the walking in Argentine tango. Let's take it from the moment when the legs are together. Notice how the center of the body, what we call axis in tango, will move perpendicular to the floor, as the leg that is free gets extended to be ready to receive the body's weight using the heel. As soon as the weight transfer begins, the knee of the receiving leg articulates. At the same time, the heel of the leg that is behind gets off the floor. The knee of that same leg will move forward to complete the weight transfer. The now free foot will travel on the air until the legs are together again. In the tango walking, we will follow the same process, but we will change certain things to improve functionality and form. In tango, we don't walk alone. Tango is a partner dance where each person has a specific role during specific moments, and use connection as a main way of communication. The leaders will indicate changes of direction, speeds, and even qualities of movements by using impulses, momentum, and other physical elements that require to be very attached to the floor in order to keep the dance going smoothly. To achieve all these specific characteristics, let's study now the breakdown of the forward walking for tango dancers. In the first video of this series, the one I call weight transfer, you will see how we do all the setup to start walking. In a standing position, we will have the weight of the body distributed on the both feet. After transferring the weight to one foot, we are now ready to enter into the next phase of the walking step, leg extension. We will project the free leg to the maximum without letting the hip or the posture get affected by this movement. The standing leg is also active. You will feel how the pressure in between foot and floor moves forward to be more present on the ball of the foot. At the same time, that ankle articulates towards the direction the weight is moving. The same occurs during everyday walking at this stage. You can use either the heel or the ball to receive the weight of the body. We'll always use the heel when walking on the street. Now we will proceed to the next phase, weight transfer in motion. At the moment of weight transfer, we had to make sure we don't change the level of the body. We can take the hips as a reference by keeping it parallel to the floor all the time. so you will be using the knees and ankles articulations to achieve that. They must feel relaxed and flexible. We will transfer the weight until the axis is exactly in the middle of both legs. In this position, the sole of the shoe of the receiving leg, the one in front, will be completely flat on the floor, while the leg that is leaving the weight, the one behind, will have the weight on the ball of the foot. From here, we will start with the collecting process. First, we will bring the knee forward until both knees meet in the middle, leaving the foot on the floor until the point of the shoe is in a perpendicular position with the floor. Next, we will drag the foot without losing the contact with the floor in any moment. As we are passing by the collecting position, the ankles will meet in the middle, closing the space in between. Using the knees as a motor of movement and articulated hip joint is an important detail to consider in order to keep good balance. In normal life walking, we don't keep this close contact with the floor, but we must maintain the feeling of easiness and freedom during tango walks.